Good evening to our entire Jeunesse family all around the world. It's your CBO Scott Lewis coming to you live from Orlando, Florida today. It is July 5th, 2018, and thank you for joining this July edition of Exec Connect. Very honored to have some special esteemed guests joining me this evening. So I'd like to welcome my guest panelists. I see our double diamond from California, Ms. Flora Lee. Thanks for joining us, Flora.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be on the air. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for jumping on, Flora. We've got our Diamond Director from Dallas, Texas, Steve Green. Thanks for joining, Steve.
Anytime, Scott. Glad to be here.
Thanks for being on. And our double diamond from Los Angeles, California, Calvin Becerra. What's up, Calvin?
Hey, what's up, Scott? Thanks for getting me on the call. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Honored to have all of you with me. We've got all kinds of exciting announcements. Thanks for everybody from all around the world for tuning into this edition, and looking forward to updating you on all that's happening for Jeunesse all around the world. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off and definitely wish everybody a happy Independence Day here in the United States of America, the day of our independence and celebrating the freedom that we're so blessed to have in this amazing country we call America. So I had the opportunity of visiting my mom and Randy's yesterday, had my sister, brother-in-law, my niece, some cousins over, and just had a great time barbecuing, some swimming, teaching little Sydney, my niece, how to swim. So it was a great time to come together as a family, watch some beautiful fireworks last night back at our home, and certainly wish everybody a happy 4th of July. And it's always interesting to me when summer comes around and, you know, kids get out of school and competitors and other companies start to talk about the slow season of the summer that sometimes exists in business. But fortunately enough for Jeunesse, because we are so diversified around the world, we really don't have slow summer months. So I'm very excited to announce this evening that just last month, the month of June 2018, was once again another record month for the company. Best in the history of Jeunesse. So I think our last record month was back in March, and sure enough, just 3 months later, we just cracked off another record month. So I want to congratulate everybody all around the world. It's just exciting to be a part of this movement we call Jeunesse, and you look at the impact that we're making all around the world in people's lives, and it's because of all of you. It's because of my panelists here. It's because of all of you tuning in to this hangout this evening. Because we truly are one global family. And I would say, you know, as I look at what's happening with the industry, the thing that I'm most proud of Jeunesse as we continue to be able to thrive and have the success we're having is the heart of this company. And it starts with our founders and just really trickles down to each and every one of us as a family. And it's something I'm really proud of, is just the love that we share all around the world, 146 countries plus. To get out there and change people's lives through these products, through this business opportunity, through our philanthropic efforts in Jeunesse Kids, through the lifestyle experiences that we'll get to show you some pictures of. So we're grateful for your leadership. We're going to celebrate this record month, but we're more focused than ever, just like all of you. So I want to thank all of you for your contributions and making it a record month. And as we always say, this is only just the beginning. We are truly just beginning to scratch the surface of our potential and what we're about to create over the next 6 months for 2018, the year of Thrive, all building in for our ninth year anniversary and setting ourselves up for a huge 2019. So congratulations again. What comes with success is some awards. So recently we won some more, this year's Communicator Awards, brought home 11 golds, 10 silvers, so add 21 more awards to the count. I think we're approaching 400 awards over the past few years, our 3 consecutive billion-dollar years. And what comes with that is a lot of recognition. And again, it's because of all of you. It's because of, you know, the incredible management team we have around the world here to serve all of you, our distributors and leaders for Jeunesse, getting out there and making a difference, our marketing team, all the great branding initiatives and branding or marketing enhancements that we, you know, continue to position Jeunesse as the gold standard. I'll say the platinum standard of this industry. And there's not a day that goes by that, you know, we don't speak to, you know, other companies and competition, and just the accolades that we've been able to receive is really just a tribute to all that we've put together with Jeunesse, really the full package when it comes to network marketing. I'd like to give a warm welcome to a new general manager to the Jeunesse family. Muge is our new general manager in Turkey. She comes to us from a very successful company, has a great pedigree in this industry, and really excited to see what she can do to partner with our leaders there in Turkey. I know we've got some big events coming up. Mark McDonald's going back to Turkey. We're going to follow up with the Zen Project 8 movement, all the great things that are happening in Turkey. So welcome to the Jeunesse family, Muge. Another exciting announcement. We've just been recognized or accepted as a direct selling association member in Russia. So we are now a DSA member in Russia after the 1-year probationary period. So congratulations to Vlad and his entire team there in Russia. Really proud of everything you guys are doing and everything you stand for. You know, here at Jeunesse, we really put a priority on doing things the right way and leading with integrity and really doing things with our hearts and just trying to position Jeunesse as a company that's always based on the right principles, the right values. And that's why we've aligned ourselves with the DSA. So when you look at the worldwide representation, as far as our DSA memberships, this is the list of the other countries that we're proud to partner with the DSA: Australia, Brazil, Chile, Costa Rica, France, India, Indonesia, Korea, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Nigeria, Russia, South Africa, Taiwan, and right here in the United States of America. So this is your credibility when you're out there sharing the Jeunesse Youth Enhancement System and the business opportunity. So definitely just credibility when you're out there sharing Jeunesse with your friends, family, loved ones, and network all around the world. We just got back about a week and a half ago from a bit of a whirlwind tour. It started in Europe and finished in Hong Kong, and then we got back here to Orlando. But this was every summer we do our annual Diamond Discovery trip, and I'd like to show some fun pictures. And all three of my guest panelists this evening, was very honored to have them with us on this incredible cruise. So this year we decided to charter the 7-star Silver Seas cruise ship, and we all met in Dublin, Ireland, and we were able to cruise the English Channel for 7 days. And you can see some fun pictures here from Ireland and Scotland. We were in all kinds of beautiful scenery. We were kayaking. We were seeing beautiful castles. We were probably off our Zen Project 8 for at least 7 days and right back on it. I promise you, got right through my detox phase and I'm right into my Ignite. So we just, you know, I look at the Diamond Discovery trip as really the ultimate lifestyle reward, right? Because we're trying to recognize our top performers and really create experiences. That's something I'm really passionate about that we do here at Jeunesse is, you know, creating experiences, whether it be through our events, our incentive trips, or our Bringing Hope trips with Jeunesse kids, but really creating experiences is how we've built our culture. And, you know, just lifelong memories we were able to create. We had over 200 diamonds from probably over 30 countries around the world. The entire cruise ship was chartered to Jeunesse. So every night it was like a family dinner. It was so cool to bring together all these different cultures and nationalities as one Jeunesse family. And I always, you know, every time I go on these trips, the Diamond Discovery trip, I kind of have to pinch myself. I mean, I'm really humbled at the quality, not just of the talent and the leadership that we have in Jeunesse, but the servant's heart, the quality of people that we have leading the charge with our diamonds. And, you know, the way I always put it to our diamonds is, I don't think that we get to go, meaning myself or my family, get to go on such incredible trips if it's not for them and all of you building the teams, building the organization, and just makes it so worthwhile. It's such a rewarding experience to get to create these, you know, once in a lifetime memories. So, you know, I've got some incredible leaders here joining me this evening, all of whom were on the Diamond Discovery trip this year in Ireland and Scotland, and are probably pretty excited about where next year's trip is as well. But, you know, if I could invite, you know, each one of you to tell me, you know, tell everybody hanging out tonight what it meant to you to be a part of this experience in Diamond Discovery. And then after that, I was going to ask all of you to tell everybody joining us this evening, if you had to pick one key core fundamental business building activity that got you to Diamond Director in Jeunesse and allows you to sustain, because remember, to go on the Diamond Discovery trip, it's not a one-time diamond. You have to sustain and qualify 6 months out of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and start from left to right. I've got our double diamond Calvin Becerra joining us from LA today briefly. He's got a bit of a tour coming up on him. He just got back from Punta Cana, I believe, and you know, true servant-driven leadership. I mean, at its finest, he's got teams in Europe and North America and Asia. really all around the world, and somebody that leads with his heart, and somebody that really practices, just consistency. That's what I love about Calvin. He's just consistent, he's steady, and he's disciplined. So Calvin, why don't you tell your entire Jeunesse family a little bit more about the Diamond Discovery experience, and then what is that one key core fundamental business building activity that got you to Diamond?
Man, just hearing you speak every time, Scott, you always fire me up and get me excited. I just want you to tell you that right now. Just talking about the company and the growth we're having. I've been with Jeunesse now for 3 years, and the pedal has been to the metal all the time. It's been nonstop. The momentum has just grown and grown and grown. And you think when you hear these types of stories in network marketing, when is it going to stop? But it's crazy just to see that it doesn't. And so I'm just, it's like I'm in a dream, and I don't want to get off this train right now. So it's exciting, man. But it was fun being on the Diamond trip. Last year we're in Bora Bora. This year we are in Ireland and Scotland. And the places we go are like pictures that we see in magazines or on postcards. We never would have thought we'd be there ourselves. And the places you take us are amazing. But just being on those trips with all of those hardworking people worldwide for Jeunesse, just being able to rub shoulders with everybody, meet the diamonds you haven't met before, the ones that you're seeing on the calls, or the ones that you're seeing, advancing in rank. And it's just cool hanging out with those people and being able to reflect on all the hard work we put in the entire year, and just sit there, to be there with my wife after she'd sacrificed so much over the year, watching me jump on planes and trains and going to all these different countries and building while she's helping take care of our family and just support me, is just rewarding in itself, the fact that you guys do that for us. But, being there with you and Randy and Wendy, you guys are such humble people, and just being able to just feel like we're your family and just travel with you guys. And we're out at the Giant's Causeway or walking through these castles, or just being on this ship and just hanging out with you guys means the world to us. So that was exciting. And I look forward to every Diamond experience, not just myself. I want my team there. So it was exciting being on that ship, not just with my wife, but the diamonds on my team, who I got to experience these things with as well. And that's rewarding in itself. But if I were to just pinpoint one core fundamental thing that I would believe it would get me to Diamond, and anyone else who's watching this call to get to Diamond, is just the ability to always stay started. Like you talked about consistency. I'm always practicing what I preach. I don't want to teach my team things that I'm not doing, and I know they're always watching me. People don't listen with their ears, they listen with their eyes in this business. And that's what I've always known over the last 13 years I've been in this industry. And staying started is, what do people need to do in this business to get started? It's simple. It's go executive. And every month, my goal is to go executive myself, which I've done every month since I've been in Jeunesse, and further than that, but also to create executives. I want to see people in my organization becoming executives. I want to see all the new people qualifying to earn income. I want to see people winning these trips. But I get excited every month when I'm creating these rank advancement slides, through the templates that you guys give us in our back office. When I'm creating the slides for the new executives, when I'm creating the slides for the new Jades and the new Pearls and the new Sapphires and above, it's because there are executives being created. People are not only starting, but they're staying started. They're helping other people get started. And that's how you hit every rank in this company. And I know that we are doing our job as leaders if there are more people on our team advancing and qualifying and hitting those first premier levels in our business. So I just think that's the core fundamental building block of our business is just staying started and making sure that executives are being created over and over and over again.
I love that. Coming from a diamond, that means a lot, because, bottom line is, with success, sometimes complacency can creep up. But, your message is loud and clear. Staying started, staying in phase one, staying in launch mode. I always speak about, it doesn't matter what event we're at. It's an opportunity to treat that event as a launch event, a new beginning for your Jeunesse business, a new beginning to get out there and leverage all the new products and tools and promotions that we're putting in everybody's hands to get out there and create leverage and more exposure. I think this industry is all about, maximizing your exposure and leveraging all the tools that you have with the products, with the, the compensation plan, with the culture, with the experiences, and putting that out there and making the most of it. So I love that. I agree. Rubbing shoulders, getting to see all of you guys interacting with one another. And it's, it's funny. I saw some of our Brazilians going and sitting down at Chinese tables, didn't even know anybody, but they would just sit down, introduce themselves, and get to meet each other, learn from each other, and communicate with one another, learn from others' challenges. And, you know, and triumphs as well. So it's great to see all the interaction. Thanks for sharing, Calvin. So,
in the morning, I was in the gym with the Brazilians. At night, we were upstairs on the top floor of the ship, karaoke with all the Asian people. It was amazing, man.
That's right.
We were having fun.
It was a good time. All right, Flora. So double diamond from
Yes.
from Southern California. I mean, to be able to see you rise through the ranks. I mean, you've shot through the ranks like a rocket ship. And I mean, seriously, to look at the team that she's built. I mean, doing it with just, you know, passion and fire. I mean, this is a lady that truly lives Jeunesse. You can't slow her down. I mean, she's living that launch mode in phase 1 every single day. And something I love about her is she's here to serve her team, but most of all, she never loses that hunger and that fire in her belly. So, Flora, why don't you tell your Jeunesse family a little bit more about your experience on the Diamond Discovery trip in England, in Scotland and Ireland, and then that one core fundamental that they can apply to going diamond in Jeunesse.
Sure. Hi, everybody. What an incredible month. Actually, I started from flying back to China. A week later, we almost like charter a whole airplane to Sydney. So I fly to Sydney with our own chartered airplane, like hundreds and hundreds of people. I think almost 6,000 people qualified from Greater China for this trip. Incredible. My hotel is a Four Seasons. I don't want to brag about it, but I do want to brag about it, because from my bedroom, I can see Opera House. I can see the Sydney Bridge right in front of my eyes. Every morning I woke up with tears. I pinch myself, seriously, because is this real? What have I done? Why, I work very hard, but still I see people work very, very hard everywhere. But they didn't have this opportunity just because they don't know about Jeunesse. So after 6-7 days, actually, I did a lot of training while we were there. It's not really purely for fun. So I was looking forward for the real diamond trip, because this is always on the diamond trip, you refresh and you recharge and you reflect and you re-engage. So during this diamond discovery trip, my whole family, I flew from Sydney, 23 hours of long journey. I made up 6 movies while I was on the airplane, because I don't have time to watch movies during the regular hours. That was also fun. So I meet my husband, my son in London. Then we get on board. What an incredible trip. I can use several words, just incredible, unbelievable, unforgettable. And you shouldn't miss it. Honestly, you finally meet somebody you admire before and never had a chance to meet. And I sit next to our founder. I talked to Wendy and Randy, just like dream come true. When Wendy asked me, Flora, did you guys have a good time? I was like, oh my God, here she is, our founder. She asked me, do you guys have a good time? I said, of course, we had a great time ever in our life. She goes, I want you guys to be happy. When you guys happy, I feel happy. Then after I hear this, my tears came out. Like, again, I have never done anything related in this network marketing business. I don't even know anything about it, but boom, I just here as a very beginner, 4.5 years later, we have over 220,000 people in 73 countries. It's not us. I think it's this opportunity. It's the Jeunesse founders, you guys, and all the management team, and of course, all our team members. I look back on the end of June, on the 30th, my whole team overall did almost $23 million. It's like, how can that even be possible? It's every single person put their effort. Talk about what's the most important thing, build people into diamonds. I think the most important to begin with is you have to believe it. You have to believe you can do it. You have to believe this is a real opportunity. And you have to believe that with the team's effort and the company's help, we can all get in there. And that's why we have over 10 now, 11, 12 diamonds in the team. You just have to believe it. Just by believing it's not enough. Then you have to roll up your sleeves and put your work into your words. Don't just stay in the dream state. Make the dream into reality by working. And by serving. Once you have one people sign up under you, you're no longer just yourself. You're a leader, and you have to serve your team. You have to help them out. Okay, I'm taking too much time. I'm just too excited.
No, I love it. Thanks for your energy and for your words of wisdom. True inspiration to thousands of people around the world. I mean, how many diamonds did you say? 11 diamonds in your team?
Now, actually 12.
12
yes,
diamonds
we have
in her team.
3 new diamonds just in June.
And let me just
emeralds
repeat something you said.
10 rubies. Just for the month of June. Of course, the whole team.
And before Jeunesse, no experience in network marketing. I just want to repeat that. You do not have to have experience in this industry to be successful. I mean, I'm willing to bet that Flora's belief level from day one to today is just not even comparable. That she built the belief in the company. She built her belief in the product. She built her belief in herself through her Jeunesse journey. You have to take it one step at a time, you know, celebrate hitting those short-term goals, but always dreaming big. And she's living the dream. So thanks for sharing, Flora. I really appreciate it. Our next speaker coming from Dallas, Texas, a guy, gosh, how long we known each other, Steve? I think it's been 9-10 years now, but you know, incredible to see, you know, everything that, you know, he and, you know, his wife Stephanie are doing, everything all around the world. They've you know, they're masters of this industry. I mean, been in the industry, what now, over 30, 25 years?
Let's don't let me,
you know,
maybe
we don't need to dig
talk
each other, you know. We don't need to go there, but I mean, this is a guy that's just mastered the industry. I mean, understands the power of relationships, understands the power of serving others, and I believe definitely understands the power of Jeunesse as well. So we're really grateful for his leadership. Steve, why don't you tell your Jeunesse family a little bit more about your experience there in Ireland and Scotland, and then what is that one core fundamental business building activity that you'd like them to focus on to go diamond?
Well, thank you, Scott, for having me on the call tonight. Let me send love and apologies for Stephanie this evening. She's lost her voice, believe it or not. And for those of you who know Steph, right,
Whoa.
That's a big thing. So, but she said she'll be glad to be on another time. But yeah, thank you for the compliments. Very kind of you. And by the way, I've got my Giants Causeway T-shirt on, Calvin,
nice.
tonight, talking about one of the places we got to go and experience on the Diamond trip. You know, Scott, like you mentioned a little bit ago, you know, Steph and I have been at the company for 8 years. And from those humble beginnings, you know, when we very first met, and it's been fun for us to watch the genesis of this company and, you know, going through all the different phases and to bring it to where it is today. But all along, even from the very beginning, you, Randy, Wendy, you're always thinking about the distributors. It's been that way ever since we've been at the company. Thinking about what can we do for them? What kind of experiences can we bring to the people that are working hard for our company? And we've had the honor and privilege ever since we've made Diamond to attend and be a part of the trips. You know, we've been all over the world. It's been super, super exciting. And, you know, you want to strive and just attempt to get the Diamond. Is everybody going to make Diamond? Of course not. Not everybody's going to make Diamond, but it's a heck of a goal. You know, you want to try to get there. And in the meantime, Scott, you know, while you're striving to make Diamond and make that level and make that Diamond trip, you guys have put in place all these other trips along the way that even a brand new person getting involved from ground zero can win that trip. We just came off of one of those to Punta Cana. We had 1,300 people there, 1,300 winners from North America and from Europe, and people got to experience your guys' kindness and your dedication to what you're bringing to the table in the industry. So I applaud you for that. Thank you so much. The Diamond trips are incredible. And that one tip, boy, there's a lot of them. You know, Calvin had a great tip. Flora Lee had a great tip. You know, ours would happen to be consistent persistence. I think that's what's carried us through. It took us 3.5 years to make Diamond. And, you know, sometimes, you know, this is a business. You know, sometimes things are going to go great. Sometimes they're going to go good. Sometimes not so good. And so you have to understand that going into this type of a business and be ready to address all of those different modalities of your business day to day to day. But just keep in mind, you know, consistent persistence. Don't quit. If you don't quit, you're going to continue to have success with Jeunesse. So I think that's the biggest thing that we found and we try to convey to our people is just, you know, do those business building activities day to day and stay consistent and persistent with it.
I love it. Stay the course. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be bumps in the road, but I mean, there's one thing that that really resembles those that are successful, and it's resilience. You know, being resilient in the face of adversity and persistent. So I love that, Steve. Thanks for sharing. We've got, you know, incredible Diamond Discovery trip planned next year. We did a another full buyout of the Four Seasons Bora Bora. So we are going back to Bora Bora, totally renovated resort actually, when we'll be going next year. So really excited about that. Next slide. You heard Flora mention it. We had a huge event. Every quarter we have a rather large event there in Hong Kong and Macau. And these are pictures from our most recent Hong Kong University. It was actually the 20th Hong Kong University. When I saw that number, I just thought back, I mean, 20 of these events. And, you know, for me, these events are so inspirational to get to hear the new rank advancements on stage, sharing their story, coming from humble beginnings, just like our company, to be honest. You know, that's what inspires me so much, and to just continue to pour our hearts into Jeunesse. So these are some pictures from the sold out Asia World Expo there in Hong Kong, over 12,000 people. We'll be back there and so we'll be in Macau in September for Expo. But Flora, I know you had at least a few people there in that arena. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet a few. So why don't you share, you know, these events, I mean, are life-changing, you know, whether it be Hong Kong University or, you know, universities all around the world, or LEAD or Expo. But how are you leveraging events like Hong Kong University to grow your team and business?
Sure, thank you for letting me answer this. My thoughts. I did start from being there by myself, but that's about 4 years ago. Not anymore. Now we have over 1,200 people going there, almost each university, like 1/10 of the team. Eventually, it's from one people. Isn't that amazing? That's always inspired me. I always tell people, you know, this is about learning, but where is the best place to learn? This is about leveraging, but what's the best way to leverage, right? And the best place to learn, not only in your friend's house, not only in the presentation meeting, why don't we all go together to a 12,000 people's arena? Why don't we all see our own eyes, to see our founder, to see Scott? I always tell people we have the most handsome, but also ambitious, and a dream maker, that our young leader, Scott Lewis. If you want to see it, it's not only the picture, you got to go there and see yourself. And you never disappoint us because you're always there with Randy and Wendy. So in the Jeunesse University, the reason why we can leverage, because most of the people can't afford, or they don't have the visa to come to the United States to really knock at our beautiful office door. But what they can do is they can fly to Hong Kong or Macau. They will see the owner. They will meet all our scientists. I always tell people how often it's a chance that you see a Nobel winning, a Nobel Prize nominee standing on the stage right in front of our eyes, humbly introduce what is Jeunesse about, what our future technology is about, what our new product is about, and you are there, sitting there. And with the price we are actually giving them, the company have to compensate a lot of extra money just to make people go there and see it. We lose money by doing it. How often can you use a $8 million, like a huge convention, to help you with 1 people, 10 people? You know what I mean? It's like the best place to leverage. So each time now, when we sign up new people, we talk about in 2 months or in 3 months, we're going to come up with this great Jeunesse University. If you want to be there, you got to get ready right away, because we don't have enough seats. Every time we have to allocate to all diamonds, because we don't have enough seats. I heard from Robin just the other day that for our next 9th expo, we have to do twice. We have to separate the 9th expo, because there's over 24,000 people already qualified. So if you want to wait, you probably will never catch on this. So you can afford to wait. And also you will see all the diamonds from different regions and different backgrounds. You know, when I see people standing on the stage, if they are better, if they have more, like, higher degree, have a lot of background, they inspire people who is already up there, saying, you know, if they can do it, they will do it. Why not me? If we see people from a humbling background, no education, no financial background, but because of their hard work, they achieve it, they made it, then people can think, oh my God, even they can do it. Why not me? So either way, it inspires us. It just, educate us, and it motivates us. So I use this a lot, and our whole team are doing an excellent job leveraging Jeunesse University. Each time Robin said, oh, no more seats, I can't get you guys. We have to back. Anybody return tickets, we are in line. We are waiting for the standby. So this is something we all need to learn. And now in United States, in everywhere else, we also have university. I urge people who want to learn about this business, who want to leverage, you first learn, then you do, then you teach. But if you don't know what's going on, how can you teach? Go there and learn it. Okay.
I love it. Thank you for sharing, Flora. I mean, bringing together like-minded, like-hearted people with a common mission, with a common mission to create positive impact, to be successful. There's something that's infectious about these events. And when you get people together, we can raise each other's level up. We can elevate our standards. And that's the power of these events. So thanks for sharing, Flora. Our next slide are some fun pictures from the trip that I'm definitely jealous I didn't make it to, because the beautiful pictures last week, Punta Cana, and I think it was maybe Steve that mentioned it. Outside of the Diamond Discovery trip, we took over 6,600 people to Sydney, Australia. We had 1,300, almost 1,500 people in Punta Cana. So these are pictures from the Punta Cana trip. Calvin, I know you had a large team there in Punta Cana, a bunch of Europeans, some North Americans. So why don't you tell your Jeunesse family, how are you leveraging these incentives and the lifestyle rewards trips that Jeunesse puts on year after year, times 5 regions, to really leverage and grow your business and team?
Man, well, first of all, I just want to let you know you missed out on that trip. I know you were traveling around the world, going to these big events, Hong Kong University, straight from Europe. You were gone on planes, and I was watching you the entire time, which was inspiring for us to watch you. But this was an amazing trip. Tons of our teammates from around the world, from Europe, from North America were there, so it was a fun time hanging out with Steve and Stephanie and some of the other diamonds there. I mean, people are motivated in network marketing by making money and traveling. And in Jeunesse, you have both. You have the best of both. In Jeunesse, you don't just reward people for hitting some of the higher premier ranks that a lot of people don't want to sacrifice to get to, really, but you're giving everybody the opportunity to travel for free by just doing the normal things that are required to go out and get customers and go out and drive their business to get new distributors. And those travel points are something that I leverage like no other, because I can't guarantee that people can make a lot of money in this business. It's up to them. It's not up to me. But I could tell them that it's very easy in this company to travel around the world and to go on these incentive trips, and just by enrolling people and getting customers, they're building up, they're stacking up these travel points to be able to trade in for these rewards trips. It's exciting, but it's also a time for you to get as many people on those trips as possible, so that way they can get to know you more. They're always seeing me travel around the world, going to these events, sharing my story, shaking hands, taking pictures, training them, but they're never really getting to know me. And on these trips, people are fighting to go there and hang out with their uplines, to go there and hang out with diamonds, to go there and hang out with the people that are running with them on the left side and the right side, to be able to go there and just reflect. We talked about the diamond trip. This trip is an even bigger opportunity to get more people on these trips to go reflect and just hanging out with these people. On the last day, myself and the other diamonds on our team, we chipped in to rent a huge catamaran, where we had almost a couple hundred people on this huge catamaran traveling along the Caribbean. We went to a private island called Sanoa. They cooked for us on island. We were picking coconuts from the palm trees. The guy was hacking them for us right there. We were lounging on the beach chairs. We were going into the crystal blue, beautiful green water, picking up starfish and taking pictures and hanging out. We were motivating our team on the catamaran by telling them why these trips are so important, to go out there and promote for that next trip. Whether it's getting people to Rome for Expo or Orlando for Expo 9, and then just looking forward to that next trip for these Europeans in Indonesia to go to Bali and going to Expo to find out where we're going for North America. But dude, you guys give us a huge opportunity to build an even bigger business by allowing us to leverage these trips to motivate people to see why network marketing is a better way. I always tell people, I'll close with this. I always tell people that, when I want to attract people to network marketing, it's for 3 reasons. 1, it's for community. 2, it's for lifestyle. And 3, it's for freedom. And lifestyle is a big part. To be able to work as hard as you can for something, and then have that company reward you with travel. I mean, when's the last time someone at their job has worked their butt off for 5 years and their boss went up to them and said, hey, you've been working so hard. I want to send you and your wife to Punta Cana for 5 days, or to Maui for 5 days, or to Bali for 5 days. It never happens, but in this business, it does.
Only in network marketing.
Yeah, network marketing. Even building my business, traveling around the world, and there's multiple opportunities to live an incredible lifestyle here. Jeunesse kids traveling around the world to build sustainable villages. I mean, it's all here at Jeunesse. So I'm always leveraging these lifestyle trips to give people an even bigger reason to go to work.
I love it, man. I mean, this is what we call Generation Young, living Jeunesse, the Jeunesse lifestyle, all of that, and only in network marketing. I mean, what other industry do you find a company sending over 8,000 people on incentive trips and, chartering full cruise ships? So, for us, it's inspiring to be able to reward our entire Jeunesse family. Thanks for recognizing it, Steve, because we do what we do because we love what we do. This isn't work. This is our passion. Our passion is helping others achieve their goals, fulfill their lifelong dreams by building their belief in themselves, realizing, maximizing their potential, sharing world-class products with the world, bringing hope to children around the world. I mean, we've put together the full package with Jeunesse, something I'm really proud of. So thank you all for sharing. We also have some pictures from our recent other incentive trip, the Viva Jeunesse trip. We had over 1,000 Brazilians here in Orlando, Florida, basically taking over the entire city of Orlando. It was pretty crazy. Some more fun pictures from other Jeunesse universities around the world. Our Jeunesse University there in Baltic. I see our general manager, Vlad. Our Jeunesse University there in Kiev. Our general manager there, Maxim, and his team. So congratulations to those markets. We had our Jeunesse University in Thailand and also the Star Gala there. So congratulations, Thailand, on an incredible event. And, it's amazing to look at these pictures and look at all the impact that we're having with Jeunesse and all these different markets. And so I'm going to move on with the presentation. Unfortunately, my slides froze, but we're going to kind of clip forward and wrap things up. And there's always exciting initiatives. And, the amazing thing is we've got a very rewarding compensation plan. But and we do have some upcoming events as well. Sorry, I'll continue with that. We've got our Discover Jeunesse tour in Argentina coming up. Of course, the Toronto University next weekend. Look forward to being in Toronto at that sold out Jeunesse University. And the Discover Jeunesse tour in Argentina, all building up for the grand launch in Argentina. So make sure to get your tickets for the Argentina grand launch event. It's sure to be an exciting one. You look at the lineup at these events. I mean, pretty incredible lineup when you look at the quality of leaders that are flying in from all around the world to take part in these incredible events. So looking forward to seeing all that will happen in Argentina. Many of you know we've been running a very exciting promotion this year and really helping people really jumpstart their businesses when they join Jeunesse. And it's officially called GPS, your guide to personal success. And Steve, I know you're a master at really helping people succeed in this business, and you've seen a lot of people have great success with GPS. What would you tell people that are tuning in tonight on really how they can best leverage GPS and really maximize the potential of it in their team to really leverage and drive quick and sustainable growth in their organization?
Well, Scott, yes, the GPS program is incredible. And, whenever you're in a business, you want to have some type of blueprint or map to take you to where you want to go. And what's great about our business is not only by plugging into GPS takes you to the dollars that you would like to make, it also takes you to the ranks that you need to make, which in turn takes you to these incredible trips we've been talking about all night. So it all kind of integrates together. So, you've got to have something where, the rubber meets the road. I know there's a lot of people on this webinar tonight. They're tuning in. They're excited. They want to be a part of this thing, but they're asking themselves, well, how am I going to do this thing? I'm excited. I want to be a part of it. How am I going to do it? Well, guess what you do? You sign up, you get involved, you order your product, and you download the GPS blueprint. And there it is in black and white. It's going to give you a step-by-step process that you can plug into. It's like plug and play and follow what's been done before you. That program was put together by some people who've been in this industry for many, many years. It's a collaborative effort and a lot of wisdom that is in that document. So if not only you, but your team, again, we've talked about duplication, about leverage. That's what our business is about. So it's not only you being on that blueprint, but getting your team on that same blueprint. There's incredible power from people that are, singing from the same song sheet, so to speak. And so for you and your team to penetrate that market, everybody needs to have this cohesive push. And that's what this blueprint gives you. And see, in our compensation plan, it's an incredibly lucrative plan. But in my opinion, the key position in that plan is Sapphire Executive. You want to get to Sapphire Executive as soon as possible. Why? Because you make the most money for doing the same work. You know, everybody would like that, right, Scott? Doesn't matter what you're doing. And the reason for that is that when you reach that level, in our compensation plan, the company pays you 3 levels of matching check bonuses. So the idea is to get there as quickly as possible. And in order to do that, you're going to want to download that GPS program, embrace that, and then follow the directions and the blueprint that's going to take you to where you want to go.
So JeunesseGPS.com, guys. If you don't know where it's at, you want to make sure to check out JeunesseGPS.com. I mean, the videos, the trainings, the materials. I mean, you want people, when you introduce them into your Jeunesse business, you want to help them jumpstart their business, hit those ranks, grow. It's going to increase the retention and success of your team. That's how the program was built, to give you the roadmap to success. And you know, one thing I can say after talking about all the things happening about Jeunesse is I love the rhythm that we've created in this company. And the rhythm is fine-tuned every year, but something you can really feel is that all these programs build upon one another. As you're building the GPS, you're getting the travel points, you're leveraging the promo packages and product launches at events. All of that's feeding towards the incentive trips. You're growing your ranks through GPS, through the compensation plan. Next thing you know, you're hitting diamond, traveling the world on these 1 week extravagant trips with the Diamond Discovery trips. So we've got an incredible rhythm happening here with Jeunesse right now. Before we close this Exec Connect Out, I got to do, of course, an Expo Thrive plug. Flora wasn't kidding, by the way. It's true. We're actually running 2 back-to-back expos in Macau this year, 24,000 people for the Macau Expo. So those dates will be adjusted. You can see the Thrive slide here for me. I mentioned it before, the importance of events is being surrounded by like-minded, like-hearted people that are all focused on bettering the lives of others and really elevating, their potential. And that's what I see at these events, is people that make a decision to build their belief to an entirely new level and to make the most of these experiences. And when you leave these events, it's infectious. That energy, that passion, the inspiration, the motivation, the community that's built is something that carries on year after year. So before we close out, let's everybody, one quick expo plug. Why is it so important for everybody on tonight's hangout to not only attend their local expo, but to bring their team to the local expo? Let's start with you, Calvin.
Okay. Well, I always say that your team is only as big as the number of people in the seats at those events. If you really want to know the size of your team and how many people you have building Jeunesse with you, it's the amount of people that are sitting next to you at those big events. So at those events are the only place where people really make the decision to treat network marketing like a business instead of like a hobby. And they go from being a customer or just someone who just joined at a local meeting to somebody who's really on fire for this business and deciding to be a network marketing professional. So my goal at all of these expos is to promote as big as I can, as much as I can, do calls, do Zooms at every meeting promoting these things, because I want to know how big my teams are by seeing how many people are attending these events. So that's the truth.
Love it. Flora, what do you think?
Yes, the first convention I went to is the Expo 5 in Macau. At that time, I was just a Ruby. Because of that event, it changed my whole life. So I always tell my team member and my team leaders, if you want to have more diamonds for the next year, 2 years, that really depends on how many members can you bring to this Thrive Expo. Because that's the place people can see the company, can understand a bigger picture, and can align who they want to be and who they are at this moment, and they have a way to go. So bring more people. You're going to be a builder, a more team, and you're going to have more diamonds.
I love it. We are going to pack the house times, not 5, times 6 with the Extra Expo in Macau. Steve, what do you think? Why is it so important to get as many people as possible for everybody hanging out tonight from their team at these expo events?
Well, Scott, it's like Flora Lee said a minute ago, it's really an opportunity for people to see the big picture. We're out here building this business around the world, and we're in people's living rooms. We're doing meetings down at the hotel down the street, and sometimes in our day-to-day business, people get involved, they get out there, they start going to work, and we're all kind of caught up in our own little local areas, our own communities, our own circle of influence. And we don't really see that big picture of what we're really involved with. It's more than selling some great products into the marketplace. You know, it's more than that. It's about community. It's about being a part of something that's bigger than you. And, you know, we talk about, you know, the money in this type of program and how well people are doing. And, but I think really people just want to be a part of something special. I mean, in today's world, everything's so fractionalized. You know, you've got, you know, this political view, that political view. People think about one topic this way and another topic that way. And then when you come to these events, it's amazing to see all this diversity just come together. And then you really realize how special this is. I mean, this type of thing just doesn't come along, you know, every single month. You know, this is a generational type company. And so if you want your people to really see what this is about, and if you want them to leave that event and be on fire, be excited, go back to their local areas and have something that carries them through the good times, the bad times, the tough times as they're building their business. You know, you definitely want to get as many people as you can to those events.
Bottom line is the only way you're successful. I mean, across the board, successful leaders in Jeunesse, successful leaders in this industry are at these events, and they have people on their teams at these events. These are the moments where, you know, belief is just taken into an entirely different level. And you heard, you know, all these diamonds on tonight's hangout, they started somewhere just like all of you hanging out. But you know what? They showed up at every single one of these events. They put a priority on their Jeunesse business. And this is the year when you come to this event, you're going to come out of this event ready to thrive in your business and thrive in your life. I'm going to end tonight by certainly thanking my guest panelists, our double diamond from LA, Calvin Becerra, our double diamond from LA as well, Flora Lee, our diamond director from Dallas, Texas, Steve Green. And I just want to end with a little something I heard from Will Smith, actually. I just started following him on Instagram. And he was talking about self-esteem, and it really caught my attention. He said, you know, he was talking to his friend about self-esteem, and so many of us base our self-esteem on what other people think. And that's not self-esteem. It's supposed to be how we feel about ourselves, not about what other people think. It's dangerous to allow other people to determine how you're going to feel about you. Mm-hmm. Other people's opinions are a really crappy way to determine how we feel about ourselves. So all of you should be proud of yourselves. You should be proud to be a part of this company we call Jeunesse. And, you know, just continue to tap into your potential, because I see it time and time again all around the world. People that have no experience in this industry, people that don't even know what network marketing is, realize tapping into that potential, maximizing and growing themselves professionally and personally, and not just becoming better leaders in this industry, becoming better people. And that's what Jeunesse is all about. That's why we are one team, one family, one Jeunesse. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to this July edition of Exec Connect. Just know that we are focused, we're hungry, we're ready to support you all along the way. We love each and every one of you for all that you stand for. And Steve, you said it best, man. You've got me fired up and excited. And I don't use that word very often, but I mean, this is the generational play. I mean, our focus is always been to create one of the great legacy companies of network marketing, and this journey has only just begun as we come up on our 9th year anniversary, as crazy as that seems to even say. But we're so proud of everything that you guys stand for. Continue to live on purpose, live with passion, and live Jeunesse. Thanks for tuning in. This is our July edition of Exec Connect. Good night from Orlando.
Good
God
night.
bless you guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. God bless.